Happy Sunday, everybody. It's Chris the Batman Statue Collector, and we're back with another live Hangout show. And, that's the wrong one. I had the wrong banner there. See, I'm getting still ready for the auction show, it looks like. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. I'll put it up there. There we go. So anyway, it is our Hangout show, and I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I was originally going to go live later tonight, but I forgot the Chiefs game is on tonight as I'm rocking my Chiefs gear today. So an evening game. So anyway, I thought, why not pop on for just a little bit and we can hang out and discuss what you guys want to talk about. Again, this is your show. And so, again, just checking in with everybody to see how your week's going. And let's talk about collectibles. Let's talk about collecting. So I do want to welcome everybody that's here so far. We've got Mike Stainbrook in the house. Hey, Chris and Bat Fam. Can't make it, just heading out. Have a great night. Hey, no worries, Mike. Hope you're having a great weekend, my friend. We got Julia in the house. Hi, Chris. Hope you're well. Doing great, Julia. Can't believe it's the end of the weekend already. It's amazing how quick it goes. Agent 37 saying hello, Chris. Hello to you. Theodore S is in the house. Hey, Bat Fam. Hope all is well. Thanks for being here, Theodore. Hope you're having a great weekend. We got Kim in the house. Hi, Kim. Hope you're having a great weekend as well. And let's see. Oops, I just skipped just watching. What's up, Bat people? Hope you're doing well. Again, so many members tonight. Thank you guys for joining me. Justin Racklin in the house. Hi, Justin. We got Alan Kiefer in the house. Good evening to you. What was I going to say there? Sorry. Archangel 0407. Can't believe it's December. What happened to the year? It is really crazy how fast it goes sometimes. Sometimes it feels like the year just completely drags, and other times it just it just absolutely flies by. It's crazy. My Green Bay Packers are going to be going for the upset, Chris. I know, and I heard, Eric, that it's snowing quite a bit in Green Bay, so I have a feeling it's going to be just like this tonight. Chiefs tend to play pretty well in the snow. They tend to play pretty well in night games, so again, fingers crossed they have their stuff together tonight. But anyway, good luck to you guys. Just watching says, I was cleaning the house and saw the BSC live pop up and figured I'd hop in. Well, I'm glad that at least the notifications are working, and I'm glad that you're joining us tonight. Thank you very much. Just watching. Hi, Chris. I'm having a fantastic weekend, and I hope you're having a wonderful weekend as well. We went to Manhattan, Kansas, which is about a little over an hour from where we are, and we went to the K-State basketball game yesterday, and that was fun. They played horrible, but they ended up winning somehow. In overtime of all things. So that's what I did yesterday. Came home in some freezing rain. So it's definitely been cold. It's cold here. It's real foggy here yesterday, but today it's cool, and it's been kind of spitting rain. I don't know. We might get some snow. Who knows? It's definitely been a snowy kind of week here. Alan saying hello to Arch. Justin says, my Lions escaped another close one today. Hopefully your Chiefs will take care of Green Bay for us. Fingers crossed, Justin. You never know. But I haven't had a chance. Actually, I've been busy all day doing stuff, and so I haven't actually watched any football. Periodically checked my fantasy football, which I have had an awful year. I've won the trophy a couple of times in our family, but man, I have really sucked this year really bad. Most of my players ended up on injured reserve, all my starters. It's been a brutal year, but congratulations to your Lions. Knight says hello. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show. Love your Joker picture there. Hi, Chris. Just watched Jeff's review of the Prime 1 Wonder Woman. She looks amazing. I started watching it, but then I had to go pick up my son from practice, and so I didn't have a chance to finish watching it yet. But, we have our private chat, our Rogues Gallery chat, and he was kind of, really weighing that one out, whether he should get it or not. And he brings up a really good point at the very beginning of his review is the fact that sometimes the pieces that we want, and the one that he was debating about was the legendary beast Wonder Woman, which I'm positive he will end up getting. But like he said, is that one won't be produced for a number of years. Like it won't actually be in hand most likely for a couple years. And so why not get this one right now? Why not get this one right now? And that's kind of where I've been at with a couple of pieces. In my collecting journey, I actually ended up picking up a few pieces, which I haven't really talked about here. So I've actually will have been purchasing maybe 2 or 3. The first one might surprise you. So a lot of you guys know that I did the the poison ivy, the hush poison ivy, the flesh color, right? Okay. And I had the green one and I had the flesh color one. Well, I sold the green one. And as soon as I got the green one sold, I got the Joker Say Cheese. It's a lot of color, looks really great. And then I immediately questioned myself whether I should have gotten rid of the green one or not. So guess what I did? I have rebought the green one back from another collector. That one's going to ship out tomorrow. So I'm getting the green Hush Ivy back. And so if anybody's in the market for the flesh color one, I am selling that one. It might be claimed. There's a collector named Jack that is dealing with Prime One to try to figure out if he can cancel his or not. But so it might be available. If anybody's interested, let me know and I'll keep you posted. TheBatmanStatueCollector@gmail.com. And so anyway, the green Ivy is coming back. Okay. I know it's crazy. Okay. And then another one that I just purchased late last night was I got the Dark Knight Returns Master Race. That was one that I had pre-ordered when it first came out, and I decided to not get it. But I'm looking to put some things specifically down below. I'm concentrating on all quarter scales back here, and then doing the larger quarter scale or the larger third scale pieces down below. And so that is kind of where I'm at with kind of the direction. And so I ended up ordering him late last night. Collector had a really amazing offer for me. Couldn't turn it down. Probably one of the best experiences buying and selling, because just the videos, the communication has been phenomenal. And I'm actually probably going to document that in a video because I just want to share how it should be done, like how it should be done. And so stay tuned for that. And then the whole point of this conversation, again, what Ben Hizzle brings up is that I am still contemplating on that Vampirilla. And a lot of you say, and rightfully say, Chris, you're just going to buy it and sell it. Well, that might be true. But like Jeff Delaney said in his video, why not buy it, enjoy it for a while, and then sell her if you need to, sell her if a different piece comes out. And that's good advice. Now, these are expensive pieces. Like in his case, his was really on sale and mine isn't. But still, I think that Vampirilla piece is really beautiful. And does she fit my collection? Not necessarily. You can try to pigeonhole her in as being a villain, or she's been in one or two DC comic books over the years. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I still would like to get her. Also, I was looking at the Hush Superman. I have decided to not get the Hush Superman, although I still do want him. I still like him a lot. It's a piece I always wondered about. The price on him is so expensive right now, though. And a lot of my friends were kind of directing me away from it, saying, it kind of stands out in a bad way in this cave. And really, Superman shouldn't be the first thing you look at. You should be Batman in this room. And I agree with that. So I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, that's kind of an update on where I am right now with my collecting journey. Thank you very much, Alan. I appreciate that. Very excited. I love the way this room turned out. Love it. Bengals are my home team. Man, I'm sorry about that. They've had some good ups and downs over the years, but believe me, I was a Chiefs fan since I was little, and we had a lot of years where they were meh for sure. Good evening, Chris. Hope all is well. Thanks for being here, Josh. Appreciate it. Another Brotherhood member. Thank you very much. Again, if you're watching for the very first time and want to become a member, just hit the join button down below. It does help support the channel, so thank you guys. The Ruthless Record in the house. Hi, Chris. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it very much. Archangel saying hello to Alan. Good afternoon, JIGZTC. Let's see. What made you switch back, Chris? Are you talking about the Ivy? So I switched back to the Ivy again because of the color. And also, it's the same as the Dark Knight Returns Master Race. I went with the blue one, even though I do like the black as well. But I want pieces that are comic book accurate. And so I think that's why I'm doing the green Hush, is because I feel like she looked a little bit more villain-like. And I just feel like I want to keep that cohesive story going with the Joker and Batman back here in this corner. Just because I love how well the Joker turned out. I can't recommend Say Cheese more. I mean, I love it so much that a lot of people have contacted me saying, Chris, your video sold me on it. I wasn't in love with Dan Default was one of them. Dan ordered it. He wasn't sold on it at all until he saw our video here under this better lighting. And so I just absolutely love it. And I just want to keep adding Hush pieces, whether that means buying back Huntress for the third time and buying Nightwing. I might. Again, this is just a journey. We enjoy pieces for a while, and then maybe they are sold. It is a hassle to sell them, but I want to enjoy them for a while. I haven't played fantasy football for about 13 years now. Long story, but mainly I was very obsessed. But if you started a BSC fantasy league next year, I'd be for that. Oh, that'd be kind of fun. That would be fun. So I do one with kind of my extended family, where we have a traveling trophy, and then we do one just our family here at the house. And so there's only 4 of us, and I've lost every year. I've always been awful in our family league, but I don't know. I'll think about that, Justin. That'd be kind of fun. Go Chiefs and Dolphins. That's right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Between selling the Arkham and Samurai line and the indecision on Vampirilla and Ivy, do you feel like your collection is going through an identity crisis? Unsure of direction to take your collection in? That's a great question. And I think, yes, I think it is in a transition. And I think part of it is this new space. Okay. So all of this that you see was in mind of the old room. Okay. Then as I started transitioning to be building this room, and again, thank you guys for being along the journey with me. And again, I cannot thank you again enough for your support, not only through this channel, but also through like the super chats and all that stuff that you guys have done. All of that has helped this project become a reality. And so I cannot thank you guys enough for that, for making my dream come true. And so I just want to just thank you so very much for all of that support. I cannot do it without you guys. So thank you. So again, all the pieces, I once they came in and once I got it into all place, I think it let me have kind of a new perspective on what I am looking to accomplish with this room, what my true passions are. Do I still love the Samurai line? I do. But at the end of the day, I feel like with these spaces, the sides need to be third scale. It just begs for that. And I feel like the quarter scales get lost on the sides. And so that's why I designed this back wall for all the quarter scales. But I didn't have enough room for all the quarter scales. And it just didn't look right to me. I didn't like the way that the DC stuff, like the sideshow stuff, looked next to the Samurai stuff. I didn't like that as part of the same display. And so at the end of the day, I want to continue doing the DC comic stuff. That's where my passion is. I love the art. I love the artists. And I love what Sideshow and other companies have been able to do with the DC comic stuff. And so that's why I'm selling the Samurai line. It pains me to sell them, but I don't have the space in here to make that work anymore. I don't want to cross the streams, if that makes sense. And so the Samurai line is gone. I've sold Batman, which I have him back up there. I've sold Bane. I've sold Scarecrow. And so Poison Ivy is still available if anybody's interested. I've got Joker Orochi. I've got what I feel like is really good prices on them. I want to give you guys a good deal, and I need to move them on. And so I also have Penguin, and I had to think. I've got Harley, and who else? Deathstroke. Those are the ones that I still have available for sale if anybody's interested. And then this whole center thing back here will become just DC comic pieces in quarter scale. Possibly like the Batman versus Killer Croc. I don't know if it would fit in this space at all. I have to get it in and see. And again, stuff like that, I'm not exactly sure. Like the Batman tactical throne, which I still have not ordered because I just don't know if it's going to work yet. I kind of want to get the DC pieces in there first and kind of see where I'm at. But I did get a piece yesterday. I'm not going to review it. It's a fan piece, so that's back there. And so I'm starting to build that collection, but I do have to sell my Samurai stuff first. In terms of the Arkham line, I am still keeping some. I've sold Catwoman and I've sold Harley Quinn. I do still have Bane available if anybody's interested in the Venom Bane. Again, I feel like I have a good price on him. But for the time being, I'm keeping a small grouping right here, and it'll all be probably in this middle section, and then I can do stuff on the sides. So we'll see. But yeah, I do feel like, again, long story short, I do feel like I am in the middle of an identity crisis a little bit because just simply because of the new space. I needed to get everything in here to really feel like what I want to go for. And I'm still figuring that out. And I think it's ever evolving. And I think it always will be ever evolving in this room. Will there be pieces that pop up that I'm like, oh, I just wish I could make it work? Like the Iron Man piece that I wanted, or the Vampirilla. Yes, I get it that they don't fit this room, but it does suck sometimes to like, and I know a lot of you collect what you love. You collect a hodgepodge of all the stuff that you like. And so I block myself from that because of, again, I was getting stressed out, just financially. I can't buy everything I want. And so, I have to make sacrifices, but at the end of the day, there are still pieces that I would love to own for a little while. Okay. And it's been that way for a long time in my collection. Stuff like I said, I treat it like a museum. Pieces come out, I enjoy it for a while. It does suck because right now the secondary market's not that great. It's great for buyers, but not great for sellers. And so I have to just accept the fact that I'm probably going to lose quite a bit of money by doing that. I also enjoy getting stuff in for content for you guys here on the channel. So I feel like I have to buy and sell more than probably the average person does. But there's definitely pieces that I would love to see and own for just a little while, even if it's not forever. But yeah, long story short, again, there is a bit of an identity crisis for sure. Good evening to you again. Hello. Hit the like button. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you hitting the like button. Makes sense content-wise to have some. Exactly. That's what I was just saying. It does. Again, if I didn't have a channel, I might do things maybe a little bit differently or think a little bit differently. But not only do I have to think as just a regular collector, but I also have to think as a YouTube content creator, right? To keep the content going and to share as much of this stuff with you guys as I can. And so it is a bit of a revolving door sometimes, but most of the time pieces do change. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you very much. Nice setup. I appreciate it. Hi, good evening. Oh, I bought the J&D Mira from Spec with a $650 Black Friday discount. That's awesome. Man, that's a really good discount. Again, great piece. I want to thank Todd at Spec for letting me review that piece. I'm getting ready to send it back to him now. And so congratulations on a great deal. Hey, Jimmy G in the house. Nice to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a great Sunday evening. Looking forward to speaking with you soon. I was just looking at Prime One's website, and there are some statues that are still in stock, which surprised me, like the Joker on Throne or the Batman versus Joker diorama. I thought those would be long sold out. They're waitlisted in most places, but Prime One does still have a few really good pieces on their site. Hey, Jimmy, are you going to do a video review and unboxing of that custom Iron Man bust? I guess we'll find out. 5-Tip Creative Studio, thank you very much for being here. What's up, BSC and all the collectors out there? Fatal in the house. Hope you're doing great, my friend. Welcome to Sunday evening. Can't believe we're already there. It's crazy. JJ Rivera, that Dark Knight 3 is going to look badass in that space. Thank you, JJ. I really do appreciate it and appreciate you very much. Appreciate all that you're done this week. If you get the EX Green Ivy with the briefcase, you could send the extra briefcase to the person that bought your original. It's not an exclusive; it's just a regular. So that would have been cool, though. Yes. Selling is tough at the moment. I posted Arkham Knight Harley for $700 on numerous groups and had no interest. Not easy to always sell statues. So again, that's one that I sold fairly quickly, and so it's just all by chance. Like sometimes things will sit there forever. I've had things sit there forever. I think it's just by chance of people finding it. So again, fingers crossed you're able to sell her soon. I hope so. It is crazy how a different atmosphere can totally change what you might want to fill it with. I'm the same way with collecting. Again, it's been interesting to be in this space, and I spend a ton of time in this room. And so in doing that, you just get a little bit of a different perspective on what you really want and what you want it to look like. I could have moved all my stuff in here and hated it. And I did. The first day I started putting stuff in, I'm like, I don't like the way this is looking. I'm really disappointed. But then the more I moved it around and tweaked it, I'm like, okay, now it's starting to feel like what I wanted it to feel like. And so again, I feel like it's going to ever evolve, which is exciting. It's really exciting. That Kid Voodoo in the house. Hello to you. Thank you very much for being here. Alex Stave, Chris, I think you should get both the 1/3 scale battle damage Iron Man and Vampirella. Well, again, I only have a certain amount of funds, and I've got a lot of pre-orders that are still coming in. I've got a couple pieces that I think should be in before Christmas. Number one already shipped is the Batman versus Joker diorama from Prime One. I can't wait to review that one for you guys and see it in this space. And then, of course, the Michelle Pfeiffer is preparing to ship as well. The Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman from Prime One Studio in Blitzway. And so, again, like those, I have certain amount of funds that are going toward these things. And so it is hard for me to spend the money outside of Batman. But there might be some cases where I do. And again, I'm just not sure, Alex. Sunday Hangouts are the best. Thank you, JWR. I appreciate it. Again, I'm sorry it's a little bit earlier than normal, guys, but I want to thank there's 96 of you right now watching. So please hit that like button if you would do that. That really does help me out tremendously. And again, just thanks for being with me, guys. I really appreciate it. It's I always say, this hobby is lonely because not everybody understands it. Not everybody hangs out with you and enjoys your collection. And so I always love these shows because I feel like these are ones that we can just hang out among friends, right? Because that's what we are. We're friends, even though we've never met in many cases. I feel so connected to you guys, and I really appreciate it. All right, Justin, you treat yours as a museum. I think I treat mine as as a storage unit. Well, I understand that 100%. And again, I felt that way at times myself, especially at the end of the old room, like where everything was just on the floor. There was pieces everywhere because I didn't have room to put anything anywhere. And so I do feel like sometimes it is a storage unit, for sure. For sure. Hold on, guys. I just need to send a quick text. Hold on just a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. Okay. Fatal says, I have 463 in rewards at Prime One, thinking of reordering Say Cheese. Fatal, it is one of my favorite statues I've ever had. Which I feel like is pretty high praise because I've had a lot of amazing statues. I love it. There are things about it that drive me crazy, like the smoke stuff, the seams, but the sculpt on Joker and just how animated he is, especially the way I have it with the Hush look, I would say go for it. I cannot recommend that statue enough. I love it. Kenneth Bird, hi to everyone. Thanks for being here, Kenneth. Jimmy G, Chris, what do you think of the Prime One Predator line? So I have to be honest. Like I watched Predator and maybe Predator 2 back in the day, but I have not seen any of the current stuff. I've not seen Alien versus Predator. I've not seen any of those. And I don't know why, because I like movies like that, but I've never gone there. And I don't even know where to start. And so I'm not familiar with how accurate the Predator pieces are from Prime One, but everybody's reaction to them seems to be that they love them. They're massive. I think they're awesome. I think that they're really well done. I think that they're definitely statue of the year contender this year. There's definitely some, and again, thanks to everybody that's voted for the Batsy Awards. The video yesterday really helped get people to vote. And so I really appreciate that because it really does impact the results of what people is voting for. And so there's some surprises in there for sure. And I can't wait to do that show. But I think Predator definitely has a good chance of taking some categories because they're just awesome. I think the whole line's been great. I know that they're really expensive, but man, I think they're awesome. I talked to Ric Flair and he said, I can't help it that I'm custom made. Keep the shorts coming. They're hilarious. Thank you very much. It's been a lot of fun doing those. And I know not everybody likes those type of things, but it's it's been interesting with the analytics of doing shorts. What people watch and what people don't. I think a lot of people watch the short content a lot more than the long form content that we do here on the channel. And so I like to be funny. I like to have a sense of humor. And so I like to do that kind of thing on the shorts. Just kind of do something different because again, I do all of these serious reviews and everything. And so doing something funny with the shorts has been fun. Yeah, just been a lot of fun. And it's also really cool because I was talking about demographics. Like it's been really neat too, because one of my favorite thing is I always like to look at like the audience, like who is watching this content. And it usually skews mostly toward males. I think like my highest has been like 8% females here on the channel. Like we've got, great people like, Julia and Kim and Paula. Like we have our regulars that show up, and I that means a lot to me because I like to spread the word about this community and not just to the dudes, And so, by doing the shorts, my content viewership has gone, now it's up to like, I think like 17% of female viewership. And so that means that we're reaching a whole new audience. And I think that's exciting because again, I love to share this passion with you guys. I like to communicate all of this with you. And just because I believe in this hobby and I don't want to see it die. I don't want to see it go away. I don't want to see negativity or drama. I just want people to enjoy this stuff. And so I'm very excited about the shorts because it's brought in new eyes. And I think that's really neat. Really cool. Alan says, hi, Jimmy. Everyday collector. Great guy right here, guys. Thank you very much for being here, my friend. My last piece of the year is the Ghost Rider on horse from XM. Got it from Todd. Can't wait. Early Christmas present from the girlfriend. That's awesome. All of those Marvel pieces have been really good. And I love the colors on those. So congratulations. That's awesome. Let's skip down a little bit. Everybody saying hello. What's up, Chris and everyone? Thank you very much. Rogue Empire in the house. Thank you. Kim says, I love the purple lights. They really pop. Thank you very much. I like the purple and blue. Just something different. Again, it's neat to do different lighting in here. That's what's a lot of fun too. I'm really glad I put the LEDs in. Luca, hello, Chris. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much, Luca. Hope you're having a great weekend. Matt, how's everything going with you and your art collecting? It's going really great, Matt. I spoke with the handler for his name's Jason. He's the handler for David Finch, and they're doing a show. I think not this weekend. Maybe it is this weekend or next weekend, and it must be next weekend. And we're making arrangements for the next characters. So if you guys watched the video, you guys saw my Scarecrow and Two-Face. I had paid for 3, but he didn't have time to do all 3. So he's doing, I think, Bane next for me. And I've asked him to do kind of like the Prime one where the mask is all ripped. He's an angry Bane. And so that's going to be hopefully the next one. And then I'm going to have another round of those as well. So I'm just super excited. That's kind of been my focus. I'm also still making arrangements with Jason Fabok, who I've been communicating back and forth with for quite some time and just trying to get the timing right. But I'm getting a piece done by him as well. So art is still being figured out where I'm putting it in the cave, but still a lot of fun. Mark Mahoney. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for being here, Mark. Hi, do you think we'll ever see the Prime 1 Studio Batman 89 on Sideshow? Keep seeing the Kilmer Batman, but not Keaton. I don't want to buy it through Prime 1. So I think no. I feel like we would have seen him up by now. Michelle Pfeiffer's available on their website, but not the Keaton. I don't know if see, like when companies go through a Sideshow or somebody else, they have to pay a cut to Sideshow because Sideshow's distributing for them. I don't always know what the exact cut is, but I think there's sometimes where companies, like if they feel like they're going to have a big seller, they probably want to sell it on their own, would be my guess. That might be the case with the Keaton. I don't have any inside information. It's just what I observe, but I do know that, Sideshow gets a cut. So obviously, I mean, let's just say it's 50%. That means Prime 1 loses 50% of their sale. So obviously you'd want to sell it on your own, right? So that's what I'm guessing is happening with the Keaton. But I would think that if he was not selling, then you would show up on Sideshow. Maybe. I don't know. Again, I'm just guessing. Is there a product you use to safely polish a statue? Man, I've never. I don't know. Like, why would you want to polish it? I would not touch that. I don't have no idea. I have recommendations for dusting, like things like this, to be able to dust and makeup brushes, but I've never heard of anybody polishing the statue. So that's out of my league. Any thoughts on Solomon Grundy winning the Tweeterhead fan poll this year? I personally cannot wait for it. Derek, I voted for him. And I had some conversations with Chad throughout the week. He kind of kept me updated on where the polling was, kind of behind the scenes. And of course, I was very excited when he said that Grundy was winning, but he said it was very close. And it clearly, if you look at the data, it was very close. It was only within a few votes here and there. And so, and again, he said that he will possibly do some of those other ones that didn't win. Firestorm is an example. He showed us renders of that. So he's already been thinking about Firestorm, whether it got picked or not. But I also think it tells him where the community's at. I've advised him to come out of the gate with somebody like Grundy or somebody like Riddler or somebody where people have been jonesing for these characters and asking for them. I don't think you should start with Batman. I think you should start with Mr. Freeze. What a great character to start the line. And it also shows collectors that, good Lord, we're in it for you guys. Clearly they want to sell these. That's why I think they started with Superman, but then they're going to do Doomsday. It's smart. But at the same time, I think by showing collectors that, hey, this is what we're going to do for you guys and get people excited and show the quality. But yeah, Grundy, I am so pumped. A 3rd scale Grundy bust, because who knows if anybody's ever going to do a Grundy. Okay. I have no idea if anybody's ever going to do a Grundy in 3rd scale. And so this might be your only chance. And it's going to be big. It's probably going to be more expensive than the Superman one. So, just buckle down for that. But I can't wait to add it. I can't wait to add those pieces. And again, like for me as a 3rd scale collector, those perfectly complement my 3rd scale statues. And if you out there are not a 3rd scale collector, I still feel like these will perfectly fit in your collection because they're going to add so much presence. They're going to be highly collectible. They're going to be a good price point. I think it's really smart where we are in 2023 going into 2024. I think it is very smart business for Tweeterhead. And they've been moving the needle, and people have noticed. The community has noticed. They've taken notice of Tweeterhead maybe for the first time. And I feel like this bus line is definitely something that's very exciting. And I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Do I pre-order the Queen Studios T2 Arnold bust or get another taxidermy lip? I would go with the bust. The T2 Arnold bust is really cool. But I don't know anything about taxidermy, so I do apologize. Working on the cave as we speak, listening and working. That's awesome. I can't wait to see the finished product. Again, I'm so excited because I see a lot of collectors like Fatal, and you see the progress, you see the construction, you see like Todd at Spec, like he's doing that great entry. If you're part of the Facebook groups, you know what I'm talking about. Like it's just so exciting to see progress. And I know a lot of you enjoyed the progress of this room, and I enjoy it too on my end to see what you guys do. So congratulations, Fatal, on retooling your space. Chris, do you struggle with FOMO even on pieces you don't necessarily love because it's a Batman piece? Sure. And maybe that's what that was with this Dark Knight Returns. Again, if you're just joining me, I did purchase the Dark Knight Returns Master Race really late last night. And I bought the blue one, and that was a bit of a FOMO piece. It was a bit of a, should I do this? Should I not? And again, it's something I had on pre-order that I canceled. And I think that it does pop up every once in a while, especially when you see a piece and you're like, damn, that was actually really good. Why did I not get it? When it comes to pre-order stuff, there's definitely been things that I have, I guess, taken a second look after the fact. And then I worry that I won't be able to see it or get it. And also, like, if you go to Prime 1, as a third scale collector, if you go to Prime 1, if you go to Sideshow, almost all of their Prime 1 pieces are on waitlist. Almost all of Prime 1's stuff is sold out, especially in terms of Batman. There are the exceptions, but a lot of their pieces sell out. And so you have to kind of jump on it. If stuff sat there for years, like some of their Arkham stuff, that's one thing. But if you see Penguin on that's sold out or waitlisted, or you see Punchline, like, you got to jump on those. And I love what Prime 1 does with their third scales. I'm going to absolutely love what Legendary Beasts are going to do with their third scales. So those are my two go-to companies that I see myself and Tweeterhead, because they're the ones making the third scale stuff. And that's where my passion is. That's where my heart is the third scale pieces. And so that's where my money's going to go. And so I do have FOMO sometimes. And sometimes I even try to justify pieces in my collection. Like, I was thinking about that Wonder Woman versus Hydra. Like, what if I get Hush Superman? Should I get the Wonder Woman versus Hydra too and make it Trinity? Do I care much about Wonder Woman? Not as much. But sometimes there's still that FOMO, that fear of missing out that happens to me. And I'm sure it happens to most of you. The credit card debt one had my family. I love the Family Guy, the credit card debt. We sing that all the time in our family in the car. So I love that one too. Thank you for telling me about the software you use for your shorts. I've been using it and I really love it. That's awesome. That's very cool. Glad to hear it. As an experienced collector, what advice would you give to a novice collectors regarding FOMO? Let me think. I think it just goes back to the fundamentals of collecting. Collect what you love, but also you have to be mindful of your space and your budget. So if you are new, it's really easy to have FOMO. However, this has never been a better time for new collectors to collect, because you can get really good aftermarket stuff, really good aftermarket pricing. So like I said, it sucks to be a seller, but if you're a new collector, you can go back and find some of those pieces that you feel like you've missed out on. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. You have to be patient. Want to give a shout out to Thor Gunnarsson again, because he does a phenomenal job of always saying to be patient. And I learned that from him in this hobby. And sometimes I'm not good at listening to that advice, because I want something yesterday. But sometimes we just have to wait. And so if you are a new collector, I really think that just, again, make sure you have a budget, make sure you have a space for the item, and make sure you really love it. And if you don't right now, maybe you'll love it down the road and be able to find it later. It's never too late. Just watching. My holiday budget won't allow it, but if that Samurai Harley is still available next month, I will probably take it off your hands. Well, thank you very much. Again, I feel like I have a pretty decent price on it. Again, it does have a small break on her hip, where there's kind of like this black biker short thing, and that I bought it from the collector like that, and I knew it was broken when I bought it from him. And it didn't bother me because you can't really see it very well, but there are some of the palms that are broken. So again, if you're interested, let me know. But it's still such a great piece. I'm looking to pick up the T800 Indo since it's now on Sideshow. That would complete my Stan Winston exhibit. Yeah, that just went up for sale. Yesterday maybe? It is cool. It is a cool looking piece, and I'm really excited for collectors because I think that whole lineup is going to be incredible. Really good stuff. Sometimes it costs extra for only dudes. What do you mean by that? I'm not sure what you mean. It's crazy how many views with the right hashtag shorts can get in a short amount of time. I try to balance uploading both shorts and longs, and that's what I'm trying to do. Again, I'm just trying to figure it out because obviously we're trying to grow the channel here. We're trying to, again, get as many collectors into the hobby as possible. And so that's been kind of my mission for 7 years now. And so it has been interesting. Obviously, I watch TikTok or I watch shorts and I enjoy them. I think it's just mindless, quick entertainment. And that's just kind of where we're at right now. But I still really enjoy the long form content because, again, that's where I feel like it's the meaningful stuff. It's the stuff where we can talk about things and have that conversation, which really all of this is just to have that conversation together. And so it is crazy. With all the hashtags and stuff. Mutant X Corpse. Hey there, Chris. Finally watching live after so long on a Sunday chat. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a great weekend, my friend. Thanks for joining us. On Iron Studios and Mondo are doing an awesome job with Masters of the Universe. Really great stuff. If you guys watched the video from earlier today, you saw some of it. And I realized after I made that video that there were additional images that I didn't see. But really good stuff from Mondo. Really great stuff from Iron Studios. I love what Iron Studios is doing. And they offer something really great for collectors that don't have a lot of space, lower budget pieces, which again helps the wallet, especially this time of year or just in this economy. So I tip my hat to Iron Studios for sure. And like I said in the video, I'm so proud of them for still going to these events because so many other companies have dropped out, which is a shame because that's my favorite things to see, like, is convention videos. That's my favorite thing in the world to do. Love them. Rogue Empire, I hate to see you selling the Samurai line. I just picked up the Batman Shogun and Deathstroke and excited for the Batman Beyond to be revealed and the new diorama. That's awesome. That's really great. 2 great pieces for sure. And again, if you're looking to add more, I've got a few that I'm selling. So if you're interested in completing the line, but man, Shogun's awesome. Inti, Brotherhood member, thank you very much. I see your Richard Luong Bane versus Batman there. That's really cool. Hey, Chris, hope everyone is doing well. I'm actually considering getting a commission. I reached out to Richard. He does commissions too, and I might be getting a commission from him as well. It was sad. Ted Cord. Oh, are you talking about the tweeter head? Hi, Chris. If you get not sure what you were trying to say there, Ronaldo. Hey, we got Stuart Murray in the house. Yeah, as a Superman fan, it's exciting that Superman, Doomsday, and Grundy are the first few in a lineup. It is very exciting, and they're going to be really impressive pieces. I've seen behind the scenes. I've seen Doomsday. He's awesome. He's awesome. Reason I asked about polishing is I bought a used statue and I've used water and soap to clean the dust off. But when looking at reviews of the same statue, it's lost its shine and luster. Again, Fernando, I've never heard of anybody polishing a statue that's made of polyresin. So I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat has done something like that. I would be real nervous about that. Nathan, who is stronger, the Thing or the Hulk? I don't know. I'm going to go with the Hulk. Hi, Chris. If you purchase the 1/3 Grundy, if it does come out, which it will, I'd like to be the first in line to buy your 1/4 Grundy, no questions asked. So I do have a 1/4 fan art one, and I absolutely love it. But he overpowers all my other quarter scales, so he looks a little bit out of place. So who knows? That might happen. I don't know, but Ronaldo, I'll keep you in mind if that ever does happen. I've pre-ordered the. So it's actually, I think you're talking about Iron Studios, Travis. It's the Iron Studios X-Men Beast. It's a quarter scale Beast. We saw that one also at CCXP. Looked incredible. Give a shout out to Jim Mint. Jim Mint actually went down to South America and went to that event. So check out his channel if you haven't done so. He's got some great footage at the convention of that piece. I'm curious, have you seen the Tweeterhead 1/3 Wonder Woman bust? I think I've seen some renders, I think. I originally thought I was going to get the Harley Who Laughs from Prime 1, but given the amount of shipping was costing me in US, I'm considering how now maybe that 1/4 scale Cyberpunk Harley. Lane, I think that Sideshow has that piece, so shipping would be a little bit better. You might check it out. I think they have that piece at Sideshow. But that quarter scale Cyberpunk, it's growing on me. I actually like it. It's not something that I would add to my collection, but I do like the piece. I think it's a lot of fun. Thanks for your advice, Chris. I'll be getting Batman versus Bane EX diorama from Prime 1 in time for Christmas. Definitive Bane and David Finch at his best. Again, that's another piece that I cannot recommend enough. I come in here every single day, and it's one that I always look at. Like I'm looking at it right now. It is so impressive. It's massive. You're going to be blown away by how big the base is and how big he is in general. But man, congratulations. You're going to absolutely freaking love him. Let's see. What do you think is the best 1/4 scale Harley Quinn? I'm just trying to think. I really like Hell on Wheels. I think that one's a lot of fun. I think Samurai Harley is really good. I don't know. I don't know what the best one is. I like a lot of the old Sideshow pieces too. Shorts are used to get more people's attention, so entice them to get to your channel to dig deeper by watching the longer videos and hopefully follow. I agree. I think that's, again, it's really, again, nice to connect with a newer audience. Again, to bring new collectors into the hobby and show them all this cool stuff, because like most of you watching, you've been in the hobby for a bit. And so you know what's out there, but there's so many collectors out there that don't. And so, I mean, you look at a channel. I mean, let's say that there's a collecting channel that's got like Gem. Like Gem's got 150,000 subscribers or whatever, and that's a small channel. Like 150,000 subscribers is not a very big channel in the scope of a lot of channels. Like mine, we're almost to 45, and like that's really, really small. And so, if you look at what they consider big channels, like think how many people are watching that content. Think how many people that could find this stuff. Like, if all of these amazing collecting YouTube channels that are working so hard, Everyday Collector, and just like there's so many people that are doing these great chat shows. Pardon me. That I wish that everybody could grow really big so more people could find this hobby, because it's so much fun. And I think if more people found the hobby, it could help save it. It could help save it. And so I'm so happy that when channels are doing well and other collecting platforms are doing well, because it just helps us grow. It helps the community grow. So true with patience and collecting. I got stuff from years ago I never thought I would get and paid way less than the original price. And that we were talking about that today. It's like, because we were looking at buying a new vehicle, because my oldest son is getting ready to drive on his own, and so we need another vehicle. And we were talking about like pricing and it's like, let's say you buy today and then 6 months from now, like there's lower interest rate, and they're like, well, crap. That's the same with like collecting. Like we were talking about how it's irritating when you spend full price and then 2 months later it's 30% off at Sideshow or something. Like, oh, it kills you, right? So right now, again, that secondary buyer's market is so good to take advantage of finding older pieces. I'm even considering getting some older pieces myself. So that's just awesome. Chris, sending you an email acquiring about the Ivy Samurai piece. Absolutely, Josh. Again, it is in amazing condition. The only thing that I don't have on her is the original shipper. I've got the art box and everything, and she's fully intact, but I don't have the original shipper. I bought it that way from another collector who didn't have the shipper either. And so, yeah, I'll respond to your email as soon as I can. Yeah. Richard Luong right there. Richard Luong. Well, you hit a point in your collection, or will you hit a point in your collection where you step back and say, I'm content. I have enough and proud of what I have. Would you even want to hit such a point? I think no. I think no. And the reason is because there's always really cool stuff that has piqued my interest. And I love the thrill of the hunt. I love the process of being teased. I like the process of adding it to the collection and trying to figure out where it might go in the collection or how it might fit. And there might be a time where like I'm priced out. I think a lot of us might get to that point. And again, I've been very blessed to get the pieces that I have. I am very content with what I have. If this was the end and I never bought another piece, I would be very happy. But I love the process. I love collecting. And so I don't see myself stopping. I don't know if I'll always have a YouTube documenting it all. But I really love, I don't know. Again, my favorite part of all this has been connecting with you guys. And growing this hobby, and I've made so many friends. And so this is the part of it I love. So I don't see myself quitting anytime soon. I love what I do. I love what I do. Hey, no, I appreciate the questions. That's what we're here. We're here to talk about stuff like that, right? I don't mind at all. Don says, hello, Chris. Thank you very much. Andrew saying hello. We got a lot of people just kind of now popping in. Hey, Chris, hope you're feeling better. Did you see the teaser for the LPCS Leonardo? I did. I love that line. There was even a time, again, just like Vampirilla, there was a time where I'm like, crap, should I just buy all of them? All four? Because I love Shredder. I loved Turtles when I was a kid. But again, they don't fit in this room. Yes, I know some of you are going to argue that they've been with Batman before, but it's not the stories that I love. I like Hush. I like Long Halloween. I like Court of Owls. Like that's the kind of stuff that I like. And I think adding all of those other characters would not be all that great, but I still love that line. I think, man, Aunt Adams has done such a phenomenal job with them. My pronouns are pre and order. I'm right there with you, Jartover. I hear you. Hi, Chris. Please keep me in mind if you do get a 1/3 Grande. Yeah, absolutely, Ronaldo. I'll keep you in mind. Just keep reminding me. That Cyberpunk Harley would look good sitting next to a gaming PC. Yeah, it would. It would. I agree. I just pre-ordered the 1/3 Dark Knights Metal Deluxe Harley Quinn. That's awesome. Again, I think that piece is really good. I love the colors. It's like really metallic. I think it would look really good next to my Batman Who Laughs. I just want a Firefly. I don't want it to be Cyberpunk, but I would love to have a Firefly. Did Sideshow make a 1/3 scale bust of Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman? Yes. They weren't 1/3, and they were not 1/4. They were somewhere in between. And they did that. It's the only ones they did. I was actually kind of hoping that they would do more because they were a lot of fun. Batman was done by Daniel Bell. And I had it for a little bit, but I'm more interested in true 1/3. So, but yeah, Sideshow did the Trinity. It's too bad they didn't keep them going. There's Paula. We mentioned Paula earlier. Again, thanks for being here, Paula. I'm selling Sideshow Scarecrow and cannot sell him for the life of me. That's crazy to me because that's such a great piece. I love that piece. So yeah, somebody buy it from Theodore. How did they get a hold of you, Theodore? If they did, how did they get a hold of you? Hello, just watching says. Oh yeah, sorry, reading it wrong. Hey Chris, curious to know if you ordered the fan art Man Bat, my most anticipated from the group since receiving Clayface. So I didn't do Clayface and I didn't do Man Bat. just wasn't my favorite designs. Some of you know that I do have Killer Croc and I've got Grundy. And I did just add a punchline. And like I said, I got her yesterday. So I still would love a man bat, but it just wasn't my favorite. Regarding viewership, the community itself isn't that big, and within the community, you've specialized. It's a double-edged sword, in my opinion. Maybe getting an oddball piece here and there might help. I agree. I remember I had a conversation one time with David Igo, and David Igo works for Tweeterhead, obviously. He used to work for Sideshow. And we were talking about the channel, and he said, the problem is you're just the Batman guy. And he was right. Like, I am the Batman statue collector. So I've definitely, like, that is a double-edged sword about YouTube, is that everything they say to do is to narrow your focus, right? To specialize, to narrow your focus. And I've been, in my opinion, very blessed and lucky to have built the channel to where we've built it. And it's not me, it's you guys. You guys have built the channel to almost 45,000 subscribers. And I cannot thank you guys enough for that. So it is a double-edged sword, because I think if I just reviewed everything, I don't know if you would feel my true passion about a piece. But I do like to review. Like, I love to do that. But also at the same time, like, I want to keep what I get in. Like, I don't want to just get it to sell it. And there's been reviewers over the years that's what they do. They just get in pieces and then they review it and they sell it. And that's fine, because they need content. I get it. Again, that's just part of being a YouTuber. But there definitely are pieces that I would love to see more often in the cave. Just maybe in the back of my head, knowing that that's not coming in permanently. But I do agree. I would love to do more, and I don't want to just be the Batman guy. You know, I'd like to be. And again, I try to do that more, I think, in the Facebook group where we talk about other, like, Marvel and, you know, whatever else, because I still love all that stuff, but I don't want to spend $2,000 to get it in and then just immediately sell it. I just don't like that. So I don't know. It is a double-edged sword. Being content with the collection is so hard with so many amazing pieces coming out. My anxiety is so bad thinking about missing pieces. Might need therapy. Oh, that's awesome. Maybe she could do some teletherapy for me too. that'd be really great. Have her hit me up. I need it really bad right now. $10 super chat from John. Thank you so much. That was so awesome, John. Hey, Chris, this is my first time trying to buy from a buy-sell trade group on Facebook. I'm also shipping internationally. Any tips I should know to make the process as safe as possible? Great question, and thank you for the super chat. Again, that's awesome. It's going to roll right back into this Bat Bunker project, so thank you. Again, I cannot thank you guys enough for your support. Thank you, guys. So, John, I'm trying to. You're buying. So the first thing that I would do, and again, I've had some experience this week with two great sellers. Video everything. Video them talking to you, have them video the product. Do not ever just settle for photos. Make sure they will video conference you, if being willing to do that. If somebody's not being able to do that, so there was a piece that I was looking for a couple weeks back, and I knew that they were a scammer, but I played along with it. Like, I played along with it the whole time just to see what they would be willing to do, and they were never willing to do a video. And they're like, well, I'm just too busy. Bull crap. Nobody is too busy to take a 10-second video showing off what you have. So if somebody's not willing to do that for you, they are a scammer. And so make sure that they do. So, like, again, I'm going to do a video on this, but this person I just bought this Dark Knight from, they filmed the statue. They filmed boxing up the statue. They filmed what it looks like inside the styrofoam. They made sure I was happy with the way that it was taped up and the box condition. Like, it was phenomenal. If somebody's not willing to do that, then it is not worth your time, especially internationally. Just make sure that there are videos. Okay. It should not be difficult at all. Good question, Fala. Chris, I forgot to mention, I finally met up with Eric B and bought that Talon. Which Batman would you pair him with? Oh, Actually, I think Batman Triumphant. I've got Batman Triumphant right here on top of the building and having kind of Talon in front of it. That might look really cool. I just think like any dark Batman. But yeah, the more I look at it, I think maybe Batman Damned would look good. I think Batman Triumphant. Now that I'm looking at the two of them, I think they would actually pair up really nicely together. Did you see that half-scale Aragorn from Infinity Studios? It does. I feel like it's really close. Not perfect, but I think it's really good. I think collectors are going to love it. So would you say then that the endorphin rush from the new reveals, pre-orders, and collecting is more rewarding and exciting than the statue themselves when they're in hand? I think at times. I think sometimes when you get something in, and again, for me, it's maybe a little bit different because I do the live unboxing experience with you guys. And so I'm worried about the video. I'm worried about the production and not messing up and, all that good stuff. And so I think there are at times where I miss out on that feeling and I connect more with that pre-order experience, that pre-feeling. But there are times where I'm just as happy getting something in. But a lot of times, as soon as I get something in, I'm ready for the next thing. And I think part of that is the waiting, like the waiting 2 years, some of that excitement wears off. But again, I'm going to use the example of Joker Say Cheese. I get it. I look at it. I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. Like, this is absolutely fantastic. And I'm so glad that it's here. And then I can look at it every day when I come in here. So there's joy both ways. It's just, I think it's more joy when you get it, but more excitement when the anticipation of it, if that makes sense. The anticipation flowing into the joy of having it and being able to appreciate it in hand. Hopefully that made some sense. Have you seen the Iron Claw trailer? I have not. I don't know what that is. I don't have a narrow focus. I collect about 5 different lines. Couldn't do it without you and the Rogues. Thank you for all you guys do. You're much appreciated. Paula, thank you. I mean, again, you are one of our biggest supporters. So thank you very much. I really appreciate everything you've done for us. So thank you very much. Crystal Cream Donut says, hi, Chris. I recently put a NRD on a Sindel custom, but to let everyone know, I'm still looking for the older green IVPF. In case someone here has one to sell, maybe we can work something out. Are you talking about the original Art Germ one? Yes, we help. But Chris, if you weren't, sorry, Jartober, yes, we help. But Chris, if you weren't you, it wouldn't be the same. Your realness and positivity, support makes this channel work. You get us. Well, thank you very much. I mean, that whenever you guys say stuff like that means the world to me that we're able to connect together. And I'm glad that you, enjoy my personality and enjoy what I have to say. I know there's a lot of people that hate me out in YouTube land, and they're just but I'm glad that you connected here. And again, it means the world to me that we're able to grow. I think most people that watch me, or the Rogues, I think we're like-minded. I think in a lot of ways, I mean, we might disagree about things, but I think at the end of the day, I feel like we have kind of the same collecting focus and narrative in our lives. And so again, that just means the world to me. And Jartober, thank you very much for the kind words. Again, this kind of stuff right here is why I do this. I'm also looking at engagement rings for my girlfriend. So another reason I need to sell Scarecrow up. That makes sense. Congratulations, Theodore. How exciting for Theodore. That's awesome. I'm just glad I'm not into Predator, Terminator, Aliens anymore. That's what I used to exclusively collect. I feel there are only expensive options on those. Very expensive. I mean, very expensive options. But they are cool. They are cool. Also, to add in my comment, I'm very thankful and blessed for what I have. Granted, I work and have worked extremely hard for everything I have my entire life in fields a lot of people don't want to do. I hear you. Thank you for whatever you do. Thank you for your service and what you do. A lot of us work in thankless jobs. I work in education, so I mean, you guys know how that goes. But yeah, there's nothing better than feeling a sense of pride when you've worked hard for something, and you should reward yourself for that. Whether that's a trip, whether that's a new statue, whether that's going to Sonic and getting the Coke. It's like sometimes you just need it. You need to celebrate. I cannot wait, Bobby. Man, I'm hoping. I was hoping it would ship by Christmas. I don't know if it will, but I'm freaking pumped about it. I think it's awesome. And again, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to move everything back here, is to highlight those pieces, because I am so excited about them. Penguin. I also have Deathstroke. Also have that other new Ivy. So I've got 3 new premium formats coming from Sideshow. McFarlane 50 off a Blue Beetle. That's great. That's a great deal. Batman statue collector kind of makes it tough. You can do more surrounding the entire world of Batman movies, comics, games, figures, hot toys. People who can afford statues buy other stuff. Yeah, I agree, Fatal, and I do try to branch out from time to time. I don't want to. I don't know. Like I just don't want to feel fake, sometimes with going too far out of my comfort zone, which I feel like sometimes that happens. But again, it is a double-edged sword. But you're right. I mean, I am the BSC, but I started out wanting to be a Batman statue collector, and so that's why I am the BSC. But I do love all the other elements of this hobby, all the other lines and all the other stuff. And so I would like to get to the point. I just I just don't know if, like, financially, if I could go there too far deep and just buying statue after statue after statue just to review and sell. I know that would help the channel. Like, I know that would help it grow, but I also just don't feel like it's all that true to me either, if that makes sense. The waiting is sometimes crazy. I feel like I've been ordering for years and nothing comes in. I hear you, Eric. It sometimes it's just infuriating. That would be cool. I can't believe it's not been done yet, actually. Pure Arts, buy anything, get 50% off second. Pre-order Batman 1/8. I really actually wanted that. I was going to get that 1/10 scale Batman that Iron Studios did. The third scale one where he's on top of the bat signal. They shrunk him down to 10 scale. I actually want him, but I think he was just an exclusive for this weekend. So I'm sure he's sold out, but I wouldn't mind getting that one. Iron Claw is about the font. Oh, thank you, Eric. I have not seen the trailer, but I'm a big wrestling fan. I've been a wrestling fan. I've been to four or five WrestleManias. I was there the night Owen Hart died. Like, I've been a wrestling fan for my whole life. And so I'm sorry, I thought Iron Claw might have been like Marvel or something. But yeah, I would love to watch that. The one where she's looking over her. Oh, oh, okay. Yeah, I just had that one. I just sold her not too long ago. I wish I would have still had her for you. Very well said, Paula. Very well said. Yeah, I have to add to the kudos, Chris. There are so many toxic groups and chats filled with adult children who complain and are so negative always. Appreciate the maturity and positive energy here. Well, again, thank you guys very much. That mission just means a lot to me. It's like there's enough negativity in the world. We don't need it in our hobby. And so I really appreciate that people appreciate that about me and the content that we do here. That's just the way I live my life. That's the way I, am in my family. It's the way I am at work. So I just, it is true to who I am. And so I appreciate that you guys see that. Haters going to hate, let them. No successful person is without. Yeah. Well, that is true. Can't please everyone. It is what it is. There will always be haters in life. You're right. Couldn't agree with more with Fatal. Sometimes the person they really hate is themselves and are going through some personal turmoil. Some people are just jerks, though. There always will be in life, but as long as we stay above the light or stay above the darkness, we'll be fine. I ordered the Batman DX Death Metal Batman with Scythe. I would think that piece would probably be coming out fairly soon. That's awesome. Yeah, the Von Erich family. I actually had a chance to see. Who did I meet? Kevin? No. David. Crap, who was it? Carrie, who's who I really wanted to meet, but I think it was Kevin Von Erich I met. Batman statues are the smallest part of my collection. Your personality and the community you've helped build is what keeps me coming back. Well, that means a lot to me. I think that's really the biggest compliment is when somebody says, I don't collect, but I come back to hear what you have to say or to watch your content. Or I don't collect Batman. I collect, Transformers or whatever, but I still come back to your channel. And again, that means a lot to me because, I'm sure a lot of people tune in. I've been told that I watch Batman Statue Collector, but I put you on mute, and I just watch the content. It's like I get it. Not everybody likes me, and so it's like it is what it is. But I do appreciate comments like that. Thank you very much. December 22nd. Okay, yeah, Zac Efron with his new jaw. Poor guy. Namek in the house. Happy Sunday to you. Do you remember your first comic-related statue, and do you still have it? No. My first big statue, actually, somebody was selling it the other day. I actually thought about getting it. It was like $300. Sorry, my throat's starting to go, guys. Or has been going as I chew my ice. So I had the DC Direct Batman. He was coming up the steps in the Batcave, and he's kind of like doing like this with his hand. And it was like $300. And I still remember the story. Some of you have heard this before, but I was at a comic book store in Oklahoma, in Tulsa, and they had it behind the counter and it was $300 and our jaws hit the floor. I'm like, I really want this. And I remember my wife's like, you are not spending $300 on a statue. Like, that is way too much money. And I ended up getting it. And it was obviously the start of something good. Wouldn't it be amazing to go back and still have $300 statues? But that was my first big one. And no, I don't have it anymore. So I doubt it, but anything's possible. We'll see. I don't know. I want to see if they're going to do a penguin. Like if Prime One would do a penguin, then maybe. But I have the Catwoman to go with the Catwoman, Batman cowl to go with the Batman. So I don't know. And the penguin is really expensive. I love the positivity of the channel and community. Thank you very much, Namek. Again, it's great to see that people appreciate that. I'm surprised you parted with the J&D Bale Batman. I thought it matched. So I did not buy that one. That one was sent to me by Spec Fiction. So Todd sent me that to review and show you guys. So I am shipping that one back. But so I did not buy that one. But if I had bought it, I probably would have kept it because it was really a great piece. Hey, Chris, I have the opportunity to purchase the Joker Face of Insanity statue at a good price. So it's back here. I saw your recent video, but would you still recommend it? Yes. I think it's a great piece. It's just such a unique piece done by Pure Arts. So I would recommend it for sure. They do. Just the shipping's bad. Chris, I was trying to say I received my 1/3 scale PCS blade with the bat creatures coming at him. Beautiful piece. Pictures don't do it justice. Must see this in person. That's awesome, Ronaldo. Congratulations. Would you want to review that for the channel? That'd be a really fun one to feature on the channel. If you're interested, hit me up at thebatmanstatuecollector@gmail.com. I have no idea if you'd be interested in doing something like that, but that'd be really cool to feature that piece and feature you if you're interested. Is there anywhere we'll be able to see your punchline? I know that's the realm of collecting, not bringing up in the group of fan art. Just curious to see it respectively. So I respect the companies that pay the money for on this channel. I respect that. And so I've always tried to keep that a fine line of being able to, I don't review fan art pieces. I own 3. And in those 3 that I own, I have shown them on the channel in room tours. I was always, I always heard from the statue companies that like they don't mind in a video if something is shown but not talked about. You don't talk about who made it. You don't talk about how much it costs or blah blah blah. You don't promote that. And so I don't. I respect the companies too much to do that here on the channel. And so will you see that piece on the channel? You will in a room tour, yeah, but not a review. Kind of hard to imagine how the thrill of the chase could be more fun than the goal itself, but that's okay. Again, it's to each their own, right? It's to each their own. I remember when I freaked out over spending $100 on a Koto Bakia statue. I wish I was still spending only. I'm right there with you. I mean, I just think of how much we freaked out about, like how much premium formats used to be, and like, oh my God, I'm going to spend $400 on this. Why don't we go back to that in a day, you know? Money Wasted Collecting says, totally get it. That's awesome. Well, it is about time for me to go eat some dinner and then also watch some Chiefs football. So again, go Chiefs. Thanks everybody for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate it very much. Again, thank you for the super chat earlier. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I love doing these hangout shows. It's a way for me to connect. I mean, a lot of times we have business to take care of on Rogues Gallery. So I really love this very much. And I can't thank you enough for being part of the community, for your support of this channel. Just thank you guys again. I do want to remind you to make sure you voted for the Batsies. If you haven't done so, please do so. Again, just go vote for your favorites. It's a way for you to show who you love and who you want to win. So anyway, thank you very much. Again, have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you soon. We'll probably do a couple more of these lives here and there before the holiday for sure. I know we got a Rogues Gallery Christmas episode coming in a couple, not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. So make sure you tune in for that. And again, thank you guys for watching. Happy Sunday night. Have a great work week. We'll see you soon right here in the Bat Cave. Bye, everybody.